What's up, guys? It's the Ol Drunken Geek again, and today I'm gonna review the movie Annihilation for you guys. So stay tuned. Today I wanted to do the review for Annihilation, and this is not like a big blockbuster hit, so I'm gonna do a partial, a very light spoiler review. I might spoil some points, but nothing big. So if you haven't watched the movie, you're feel free to watch the video. It's not gonna be mad spoilers. I'm not gonna tell you everything about it. There might be some things that could be considered spoilerish. So if you don't want to know anything about the movie, don't watch. But if you're ready, here we go. I really dug this movie, man. I'm a sucker for like high sci-fi, like just like very weird concept sci-fi and things that have at least some basis of explanation in science. I'm here for all that shit. And that's what this movie was. I was loving the movie up to the very end where they just kind of dropped the ball, in my opinion. The overall concept of this movie I thought was just phenomenal. The sci-fi aspect of it was very sound and very just high concept sci-fi. I understood all the science more or less, and when it gets into more magically delicious stuff, you accept that too because everything that's been set up before it works. So you're like, okay, I guess that works. So it's a very easy to follow movie, but the concept can kind of, like a lot of things about the Shimmer can be like confusing. Why is that like that? It can be dismissed as like a cheap horror flick at times because of the creatures and the things that happen. But within the rules that they kind of loosely explain, everything makes total sense. And that's what I liked about this movie. I like that type of sci-fi. In my opinion, good sci-fi takes fantastical themes and uses them as a metaphor to tell a more personal story. And that's exactly what this movie does. You go on this ride from Natalie Portman's character. She's got a personal tie. Her husband is in the military. He gets sent on this mission to go see something called the Shimmer, which was an asteroid that crashed on Earth. And the area surrounding it has been growing, and things have been happening. Weird things have been happening in it. I'm not gonna give more details than that. That's basically the basic of the story. The same themes that are happening in present time that she's going through seem to tie with things that happen in her personal relationship with her husband, who was played by Oscar Isaac. Which, by the way, Oscar Isaac, I loved his performance. It was just very subdued and very subtle emotions because the type of, it's a spoiler, but the type of things that happen to his character, he did really good. Not that Natalie Portman did bad, she was also great in it, but to me, Oscar was a standout. As was Gina Rodriguez's character. That's another actress who also did the most with a small role. I just wanted to shout them out because they did a great job in this movie. This movie has a lot to do with evolution, with change, and how a person or a relationship can change. And as it changes, it will always keep a part of its original self. But it is changing, and the original self will slowly erode. So even as you change, as you grow, evolve, you will always keep a small part, but every time, with every evolution, that part gets smaller until it's completely gone, and it's left with nothing but the new. Only a new you has emerged. For a lot of people, this might make the movie feel a little bit heavy and a little bit heady. Like, it's like, I ain't come here, man. I thought it was an action flick. It is not an action flick. So don't, it does have action in it, but it is a sci-fi flick through and through. So don't expect, just wild gun blasting and all kinds of crazy shit, helicopters, and it's not a Rock movie. No offense to The Rock. Cheers to that. One other thing that I really liked about this movie is how they build tension. From the beginning to the end, it is a constant build toward the end. Because, you stated early that they were going for this one thing. They have this one goal. Unfortunately, when they do reach that goal, that's when the movie gets to become a little bit unsatisfying. Like I said, the movie is really high concept and nothing explains it more than the last couple of scenes. And it just goes off the wall. And it, to me, is very abstract and doesn't give the closure that a movie like this had been building to. And that is like the biggest disappointment for this movie. Doesn't make it a trash movie by any stretch of the imagination. I still really dug it. I would watch it again and again, to be honest. But the ending was such a letdown, and it was so, and that you're, I don't know, it just took it from the top shelf fucking liquor to just like one shelf down. And just my opinion, but you guys go ahead and go watch it by yourselves. So just my closing statements. This movie I thought was fresh. It was fresh sci-fi. I'm always happy to see fresh sci-fi. It was very imaginative. The themes ran very deep, and I really, really dug that. Tying in sci-fi with the personal issues. I love that. So that was great. But like I said, ultimately it was unsatisfying at the end. Or not completely satisfying. Some people might love it. I personally didn't quite care for it. So that knocked it down, like I said, from top shelf to lower shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and give this 4 shots. It would have gotten a 5, believe it or not. But I give it 4 shots. And yeah, that's my review of Annihilation. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment if you got something to say. You like, hey, ODG, I hate your douchebag facial hair. Go ahead, drop it in the comment. I don't give a fuck. That's a given. That's a given. That's a given. Some things you don't even have to state verbally. It's a given. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching. Catch us on IG. Dropping loads. Ol Drunken Geek. And yeah, ODG out. Peace.